Hello guys, good evening. So today I'm going to explain about the creation of DB view and external table and external BC. So first, I hope my screen is visible. So first we'll start with creation of a DB view. So creation of for example, as a agent, I want to display these fields in my applet. these these fields belongs to different table. So service request number and service request table belongs to srvreq table, and code number and code status belongs to sdoc code table, and product description and service type belongs to sproden table, and emi number belongs to different table. So I want to display it as one view. So for that, here I'm creating one DB view. So based on this DB view, I'm creating an external table. So based on this external table, I'm creating an external business component, and based on that, I'm creating an applet and view. So first we will start with creation of a DB view. So normally in database, if you go to database, so this is how the view will look like. So I will explain the view which I've created, and I will also tell you how to create the view here and here. So here what I am doing is, here I'm creating or replacing. For example, create or replace means if the view is already exist, so I'm going to replace this view with the existing values which I'm passing here. So create or replace force view. So this is AOCable, this is the schema which we were giving, and this is the name of my view, v underscore qli imei. So these are the columns which I'm fetching under this view. So as usual, here we were writing the select statement. So as I mentioned, so we want to display these fields under a particular view. So for that, I'm just here, I'm just giving normal simple select statement. So select sr number, these are the aliases. These are the columns. So select SR number, code number, IMEI, product category. So these are the tables which I'm selecting. From these tables, where these are the joins of the different table, where code item prod ID is equal to product row ID. For example, I will explain this one. So if I want SR number, so I will go to service request BC. For example, go to code. So I want to fetch service request number from code BC. So there might be a join associated with code and service request. If I copy this one, if I go to join, so let me search an alias. Yeah, this is the join. So if I go to join specification, what they were mentioning, so the row ID of service request table equal to the service request ID of code table. So if I copy this field, so here the row ID of service request table equal to SSRQ ID of code table. So like this we were defining the join. As you can see, the row ID of service request table equal to SRVREQ ID of code table. So here we were defining the joins, and after that I want to make the query short. So I want to tune it so that when I trigger in the database, so it will take less time stamp. So it won't impact the performance much. So then I'm adding this IMEI is not null, and I want to fetch only the records which is having action CD. So if we go to, for example, any quote, we have under quote line items, we have action which is add. For some items it will be hyphen normal. So I want only the records with add one, so I'm giving this one. And here I'm fetching SR created, here I'm fetching created with last month, like the SR which is created from last month. So this is my query about. So now I will show you the how you can create the view. Here if you go to the database, if we have this one, this is the view, create new view. Here you can give v underscore whatever you want, you can give. After that you can just directly give your SQL query from select to, from select to this one, you need to give this. And for example, I will give like this, and you can click this one. If you click this one, it will parse your query. So then you can click OK. For example, if it is already created, for example, if I want to add another column in this view, for example here, so if you double click here, it will create alter view. So you can add any other quote ID or something, or you can fetch new column. For example, if you want SRID, you can add here something like SRID. And after adding, you just need to parse it. You just need the query is parsed, and you can click OK. This is how you can alter your view. Since I'm created, so I don't want to modify anything on my view, so I'm exiting without anything. So this is the way you can create it. So make sure you need to log in with AOCBL credentials that will be there in your environmental list. Here you can see for logging with AOCBL, for logging in database, you need to is this credentials, AOCBL username, and this one is your password. And after logging here, you can click this database and the schema browser. So in schema browser, under this one we have views. So you can click this one for creating new view, or else we can run this entire query control A. If you don't want to create like this, we can also run it like a query. So you just need to click this execute button, so it will create a new view. So now we have created a new view. So after that we need to create a external table based on this view. So normally, um, what is an external table? An external table is nothing normally. What is a table is nothing but which stores data in a database. So here the external table is the table, the data is stored in files in an external storage. So now I will show you how to create table based on that. So for that, you just go to this SQL developer. Here again you need to log in with AOCBL credentials. Here you can see views. Now here I will search for my view, v underscore QLI IMEI. So this one is my view. If you right click on this view, it will show export option. So you can export this view. So I don't want these many parameters, I don't want storage, this one. So I can uncheck these parameters. So I will only give I want this in DDL format, and I want to give some grants, and I want to show schema. And here in browse we need to give the path. So for example, I will give ctemp, I will give us export 2, and now I can save. So it will save there. Then I can click next. So this is the view, database view. And then, so when we export this view, these are the things which are exporting along this view. So we just need to click finish. Hence I'm already exported, so I'm not clicking this finish button, so I'm canceling it. So after exporting the view, so we will go to our server tools. Since I'm in my database, we'll go to, first we need to unlock project before creating anything. So I'm unlocking this project, and then after unlocking this project, now we will create our external table. So we just need to click that external table schema import, and here you just need to give project and then schema, like we download it in detail. We need to give this like this, and here we need to give three characters. So I will give IMEI. So this is how my table will look like. If I give something QLI, this is how my table will look like. I will give IME for example, then I will click next. Then what is the database? So here I will give Oracle Server Enterprise Edition, and here in path we need to give the path of exported one. Like we exported our view, so we need to give this path. So yeah, I'm giving this path. So next we need to give runtime data. Since I want my table must be there in server, so I will give this server. Then we need to click finish button. So this is how the table. So after finishing this one, so this is how my table will look like. So this is the table. In alias name, it must be the name of the view, like here which I mentioned, schema browser. So this is the name of the view. So now this is how we created our external table. So now as I created the table, I will unlock this project as well, or else we will get ping from code team. Okay, it is unlocked. Now we will check the columns. So these are the columns which I've added, and then based on that we can create external BC. Similar kind, how we will create this BC, this is how it will be. So it is taking little time. Yeah, here again we need to give project for this, and again name of the BC, for example IMEI light SCM maybe, and the admin behavior, no, for the table for this BC ex IMEI table. So this is my external table, and I'm clicking next. And here we need to define the column based on this. So for example, here my first column will be SR number. So I'm giving as SR number, and we need to click add. This is similar like normal creation of BC. Then we need to click finish. Since I've already created that one, I will show the existing one. So this is my light BC, which I'm created using the external table. So you can see the table here. Yeah, this is my external table. Now we can similarly create applet based on this. So and again the view. We can assign the applet to the new view. At times requirement comes like they want the particular applet must be in query mode, so we can just give. So this is my view. If I go to here, so this is my applet. So at times the requirement will be like they want the view will be like in query mode. Like if I go to this view which I've created, so they will be like by defaultly they want that view will be in query mode, something something like this. For that, you just need to add in your applet, we have something called as applet query mode, so you just need to give it as new query, so that by default the view will look like query mode only, like this. So like this we need to create external table, external bc. So I hope I covered the entire path. So even that's it from my end. So yeah, thank you so much.